Welcome back everyone, it's Charlie. This is going to be my new Spider-Man 3 movie video. There was a lot of live-action Spider-Verse stuff happening the past couple of days. There was even a teaser video that posted to an official Sony YouTube channel that I'll talk about during the video. I've also got some animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 stuff that I'll add to the end of the video too. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. There's going to be a bunch of Marvel stuff happening in the next couple of months, especially with Avengers WandaVision episodes starting. They'll be filming Spider-Man 3 for a while. It's still supposed to come out December 2021 next year. But number 5, if you didn't see the news the past few days, both Jimmy Kimmel and a separate Sony channel were releasing new Spider-Man 3 Spider-Verse content. I can only play some of the clips in the video because some of it's getting taken down in different places, but this is the Kimmel clip of him talking to Zendaya about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield on set, being in the Spider-Man 3 movie.
Where are you? You're in Atlanta right now shooting Spider-Man 3, correct?
Correct.
Correct. You could say that. I know it's very secretive, right?
Yes, everything is very secretive.
Is it called Spider-Man 3 because there are 3 Spider-Men in the movie?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You cannot. Oh, interesting. Did you have Thanksgiving there in Atlanta?
Yes, we did. We had a bubble Thanksgiving.
With Spider-Man?
Yeah, I can't say that. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, because I was wondering what you guys had, because I know Tobey Maguire is a vegan, and I was wondering if he had like a tofurkey or something.
I have no idea.
You have no idea, really?
I really don't.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, Peter.
Sorry I'm late. It's a jungle out there. I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get these cranberries.
So you watch that clip, and by itself, it seems like he's just messing with her. But because he's talking about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield so much being in Spider-Man 3, it almost sounds like soft confirmation that there'll be some kind of Spider-Verse Easter eggs of some sort in the movie, whether or not we actually see Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield appear on screen. Like, he wouldn't bother to make jokes about it if it weren't at least a little bit true. He'd be joking about some other aspect of Spider-Man. There were a lot of clips of Andrew Garfield filming outdoors in New York City when they were filming Spider-Man 3 stuff, but he was actually filming for a different movie. So just because he was being filmed around that same time doesn't mean that that was for Spider-Man 3 necessarily. Number 4, the other Spider-Man 3 trailer video you guys were asking me about in the past few days was a video that was posted to the official Sony Latino American YouTube channel, then quickly deleted. The video was titled All 3 Spider-Men, and I was able to watch it before it was taken down and translate what was being said. But yesterday, some other YouTubers were saying that Sony themselves were going around taking the trailer reactions down from their channels. So I can't just play the entire clip in this video. That's like the worst thing that could happen to a YouTube video, taking it down with a copyright claim. For example, normally when Sony claims other people's videos for using Spider-Man movie footage or other movie footage, they either claim the revenue from the video themselves, but typically leave the video up. So the fact that they wanted the video gone completely from YouTube seemed kind of suspicious, but this is what the video said. So it starts with, "Who's your favorite Spider-Man?" And then it goes through a montage of the different Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Then it says, "You don't have to choose. In the Marvel multiverse, everything can happen, and in Spider-Man 3, quite possibly you will see everyone, the 3 Peter Parkers saving the world together. Find out more soon on ON." And ON is just the Sony-owned news brand in Latin America that's uploading these videos. So what I think is going on here is that the Sony News channel just made this video because of all the Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield cameo scene rumors that have been happening the last couple of months, and it's just meant to be a newsy hype video like, hey, this is a thing that might actually end up happening, and they're not trying to say, yes, it's definitely happening, or it's confirmed now, more like a hype video that you would see on a normal YouTube channel, meant to also promote their Sony News channel, like J. Jonah Jameson would make a YouTube video for thedailybugle.net. There was even a video they released after Spider-Man Far From Home and his big cameo scene in the post-credits, where he did the classic YouTube poll of please like and subscribe. That's probably one of my favorite promos that they've ever released for the Spider-Man movies.
You are a criminal, a miscreant, a masked marauder, a menace. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
So yes, it's totally possible that this Sony Latin American channel knows something that we don't know because it is owned by Sony, so all these people are being paid by Sony. But I think the real reason why the bigger Sony people are taking this video down, not only from their own channel, but from other people's channels, isn't so much because they're worried about spoilers or anything, is that they're more concerned that people will see this video and think that it's confirmation that they are doing full-blown live-action Spider-Verse in Spider-Man 3. When really what's probably going on is it was just a couple of news editors who decided to make a fun speculation theory video that's only a minute long. Like, the video itself is only a minute. It's a super short video. But because it's coming from an official Sony channel, people tend to think that it's official confirmation of something, whether or not their employees just went rogue in this one scenario. Sony probably just doesn't want people thinking that it's an official Spider-Man 3 trailer. The fact that Jimmy Kimmel was doing all his Spider-Man 3 Spider-Verse jokes within a day or two of this happening, the timing seemed kind of suspect, yes, but like I said, even if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield themselves don't appear in the movie, I still think that they're going to reference the real multiverse or Spider-Verse since we're talking about Spider-Man movies. If you're not a big comic book fan, technically the Spider-Verse is sort of a different layer of reality from the multiverse. You call it the web of life and destiny, but effectively it kind of works out to the same thing. They travel the multiverse in slightly different ways than people like the Avengers did during Avengers Endgame. If you're a big fan of this stuff and you want some super deep cuts and you haven't watched it already, they have the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoon series on Disney+, and they get into a lot of the Spider-Verse with Madam Web during that series.
You will be Spider-Man.
You also have to think about how Marvel has been setting up the idea of the multiverse already, starting with the first Doctor Strange movie. Then during Avengers Endgame, the Ancient One tells the Hulk about the alternate timelines created with the Infinity Stones. Then during Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio lies about where he comes from, but even Kevin Feige confirmed he was not lying about the existence of the multiverse. This is a clip of him talking about that at Comic-Con.
Just because Quentin Beck makes up lies about the multiverse doesn't mean it isn't real. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
So Kevin Feige wouldn't have doubled down on that in an official Marvel panel if he weren't planning on continuing that theme of the multiverse with future Spider-Man stories. And to boot, this was during the Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness panel. We just got confirmation a little while ago that Doctor Strange was going to be a major Avengers crossover character in Spider-Man 3. So they're using Doctor Strange 2 and that character to continue this Spider-Man moment from Spider-Man Far From Home, talking about the multiverse. So it's pretty safe to assume there'll be some kind of multiverse Easter eggs or elements during Spider-Man 3. And it's even in the title of Doctor Strange 2. That's going to be the most over-the-top crazy version of a multiverse story in the MCU, because it's literally called Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Man 3 is coming out before that, and every Marvel Phase 4 movie is going to have some kind of multiverse-themed story crossover elements. It all starts with the WandaVision episodes in January, with Scarlet Witch messing with reality in the multiverse in a way that just leads to bigger consequences and problems later on that force Doctor Strange to get involved. They've already confirmed that the WandaVision episodes are directly setting up Doctor Strange 2, but the consequences of what Scarlet Witch does during that series will be felt in ripples across all the Marvel Phase 4 movies to different degrees. There's a lot of different stuff that they're setting up with the early Marvel Phase 4 movies and series. Some of it's multiverse, some of it's mutants and X-Men characters, and some of it's the next big Avengers team in Avengers 5, Young Avengers as well. So as we get more information, more details, and we start seeing those movies, hopefully we'll actually get to see these movies at some point. I'll do new Easter egg videos just based on these different things. And speaking of Spider-Verse, there was a new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 movie video that I did with a bunch of Easter eggs last week that I think a couple people were confused by because they're doing some Spider-Verse crossover stuff with a mobile game in the near future, and in a lot of the bonus Spider-Verse content, there was a bunch of X-Men stuff happening. So just to be clear, this is just bonus Spider-Verse content with the characters from the movies, but characters like Mojo, for instance, aren't going to show up during Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. Like a bunch of X-Men characters in Ultron aren't suddenly going to show up out of nowhere. They did a lot of ridiculous promos like this when the first Spider-Verse movie came out with Spider-Ham, with a bunch of bonus content featuring his character and other characters that did not appear during the actual movie. So shout out to my man iLackSkills who let me know about the video game stuff that they're doing right now. But they will be filming Spider-Man 3 for a good long while, so if you have any special bonus video requests for Spider-Man 3 or any of the other Spider-Man movies like Venom 2 or Morbius, let me know in the comments. There was a new Morbius trailer video that dropped a little while ago, so I might do a video for that in the next couple of days. Obviously, there's a bunch of Mandalorian Season 2 stuff happening, so as long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you should see all those videos when they post. Everyone click here for my brand new Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 6 video, and click here for my new Spider-Man 3 Andrew Garfield video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, I'll see you guys tonight.